This Italian novel, Gli insospettabili by Sarah Savioli, is the first of the investigations of Anna Melissari. I admit it, I was attracted to this book by the cover. It's somewhat reminiscent of a print I have on my wall. Anna is working alongside a private detective helping to solve a crime with her very special gift. I wasn't going to say what this was, but then I went back and looked at the blurb and it is right there. So she had an accident which resulted in her being able to talk to animals and plants. A very useful gift, and a warning to get rid of the houseplants if you're now going to commit a crime. Now, you might think that this book would be quite an easy read in terms of language. I would say it's not. There are whole sections that are fine, and then there are others that, well, there's a lot of, let's say, distorted language. By that, I mean non-standard Italian. I'll put a few examples up on the screen for you as I explain. For example, she has a son, and sometimes his words are not quite right, like all kids. When they talk to witnesses, those people might have a strong accent or just speak differently, possibly in a dialect, and some of that is indicated in how the words are written. Even Anna's internal thoughts have truncations. But not just that. There are a lot of verbs in this that I've never seen before. So beware of this if you decide to try this book out. You might end up looking at more stuff than you would normally, or having to squeeze your brain to work out what something means. I still don't know what this means, which is something the kid says at the beginning of a lot of sentences. But we'll just gloss over that. But as I already said, some passages, even whole chapters, are not that difficult at all. With regards to the story, this isn't just about the crime being investigated. There is a lot of Anna's family life included. I'd say it's pretty much half detective work, half family life. So if you want hard-hitting detective work and nothing else, this is not that. Here's a short passage from early in the book for you to determine whether or not you think you might be able to read this one, followed by a short review in Italian. Sì, sono in tempo. Appena Cantone e Tonino mi lasciano davanti casa, prendo la mia auto e volo alla scuola materna. Partecipo alla gara tra genitori. Chi parcheggia peggio quest'oggi? Non vinco mai. Il mio ego ancorato alle regole della strada non mi rende sufficientemente competitiva. Ma so di poter migliorare nell'arte del combattimento urbano. Ho ancora un anno di materna e tutte le scuole elementari per esercitarmi. Yes, I'm on time. Cantone and Tonino have just left me in front of my house. I take my car and zoom over to the nursery school. I participate in the competition between parents. Who can park up the worst today? I never win. My ego, anchored in the rules of the road, doesn't permit me to be competitive enough. But I know I can improve in the art of urban fighting. I still have 1 year of nursery and all of elementary school left to practice. Questo romanzo, Gli insospettabili di Sarah Savioli, è la prima delle indagini di Anna Melissari. Anna lavora con un detective privato e lei ha un dono strano. Dopo un incidente, Anna può comunicare con gli animali e i pianti. Questo è molto utile. Chi non ha una pianta nella casa? Quanti uccelli sono nelle strade? La storia è metà indagine e metà la vita di famiglia. Quest'ultima principalmente conversazioni con suo figlio, Luca, che ha 4 anni, è una delle cose che porta con sé un piccolo problema per gli stranieri leggendo questo romanzo. La lingua usata nelle conversazioni e la narrazione nella mente di Anna è frequentemente non l'italiano standard. Questo fa più difficile la lettura, ma ci sono anche molti capitoli che non sono così difficili.